Members, this podcast is to bring you up to date with the status of work on our union submission to the 2011-2012 state budget process. Before progressing, I would acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which we all work. Late in 2010, we began a process to develop a position paper on how we are managing to address the needs of our students who are at educational risk. We worked with key stakeholders and we also commissioned independent research to help us. The position paper was launched along with a dedicated website, Putting Our Kids First, in January this year. Community and members were invited to comment. A survey was also made available. Input and further research resulted in our final paper to the state budget submission process being completed in March 2011. This paper is now in the hands of government and various interest groups. It's also available on the Putting Our Kids First website. On Wednesday, the 5th of May, a media event formally launched this submission to the public. Next week, we will see a series of adverts appear on TV.
I teach in our public schools because I want to make a difference. It's really rewarding when you see that little light bulb come on. Sometimes it takes patience, but it is really satisfying seeing them grow. The state government should provide more support for public school teachers. We need to increase funding for psychologists in our schools to give our kids the advice and support they need. It's time the state government started putting our kids first.
I teach in our public schools because I believe all children deserve a quality education. It's very satisfying when you have really helped a child. Just the smile and appreciation you get. Nothing can beat that. The state government should provide more support for public school teachers. We need more teaching staff and smaller class sizes so that we can give each child more attention. It's time the state government started putting our kids first.
I chose to teach in a public school because I believe all children deserve a quality education. Nothing beats knowing that you've helped change a child's life for the better. To see them grow makes it really worthwhile. The state government should provide more support for public school teachers. We need funding for more specialists in our schools so all kids get the advice and support they need. It's time the state government started putting our kids first.
Postcards calling for support to increase resources in government schools to help teachers and administrators better assist our students at educational risk will be distributed in 8 marginal seats. This is an extremely important issue for our community. The right of all children to access an education which will enable them to achieve to their potential should be a fundamental goal of a wealthy state such as Western Australia. The right of every teacher to know that they are provided with the proper supports and resources to be able to ensure that their students at educational risk are given a fair chance is essential. The ability of every principal to be able to speak to his or her community with confidence about their school's capacity to deliver access to equitable opportunities for all students in their school community is necessary. We know we are working with many needy and vulnerable students in our schools. We are committed to giving them the best opportunities possible. Too often these opportunities are limited by the lack of resources in our schools. We are calling on the Barnett Government and the Minister for Education, the Honourable Dr. Liz Constable, to put our kids first. Give them a go. Give our teachers a fair chance to help. Allow our school communities to foster our young children and people. Members, please, let your colleagues know what your union is doing to bring extra resources into schools to help you do your work with students at educational risk. Get on to the Putting Our Kids First website and support the activities there. Your union is working for you. Don't forget to work with your union.